what do you recommend most business owners, real estate agents, or outside of the real estate world? What do you recommend that they do on a weekly basis when it comes to YouTube? And should they extract that audio from YouTube or send it to you and you extract it? What does that look like on a weekly basis as far as content creation?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people realize how simple it is to just take the audio from a video. Whenever I tell people this, they're like, oh, wow, like that's all I have to do. It's super simple to just take the audio from a video and that's your podcast. So I tell people, I'm all about repurposing content. So I've had clients who don't record any original stuff, and we literally just take the audio from a webinar that they've done and, cut out 5 or 6 minutes, give it a title, give it some context, and that's your podcast episode. So I would say any video that's over 5 minutes can easily become a podcast. So and everybody consumes media differently, so it just makes sense to repurpose whatever you can as much as you can.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's a lot involved there, and the more I've gotten comfortable with a virtual assistant or virtual assistants plural, the easier it's been for us to produce more and more content, and me not having to worry about doing it myself. So for me, and this is where I want everyone, and Zach, I want you to tell me how the process is on your side if we were to hire you too. But on my end, when I do the YouTube videos live, and I'm showing up in different groups and on Twitter and on LinkedIn and YouTube. So it's YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and multiple Facebook groups where I'm going live. That's just one video that I'm doing for 10 to 15 minutes where I'm talking about the real estate world. And then my team goes in, rips the audio, and now creates a podcast inside of Spotify. And then you can use Anchor or they can use Podbean, but right now we're using Podbean. But then they have the graphic, the thumbnail. This is why you need 2 graphic designers with what you're saying, right? We have the thumbnail done, uploaded there, and we have a whole different graphic for the podcast. And we do have an intro and an outro for the podcast, even though it's just the same thing, just on audio version for the podcast. And I love that you've been able to simplify that. So that's pretty awesome. Anything you can tell me along those lines that I may have missed when people are producing the content?
No, I mean, that's kind of what I try to do is we deal with a lot of high level people who are busy. So I try to tell them, listen, I'm trying to make it easy for you. You just need to think about what you want to record it, and we'll do the rest. And when you have a system and you have a team of VAs, it's kind of like plug and play where they know what to do. You just have to give them the content. I'm sure they have your commercials saved as audio files. So they just need to drop that in, drop the full file in, and then drop the commercials in. So I think it's really a lot of, systems and SOPs, and it just makes things easier when everybody kind of knows what to do. They just need, it's like a conveyor belt. They just need the object to go on the belt, and then it just moves down the conveyor belt.